The following briefing is classified. It is not for release to any non-authorized personnel. The information you will hear is restricted under the Protection of Sensitive Materials Act 2002. Unauthorized disclosure is considered treason and will result in military court-martial. Penalty for this offense is execution, SLFT. It is
SLFT?
Sudden life force termination, Monroe. Military Code 10. Apologies, General. Do continue.
It is public knowledge that the G7 governments have expressed an intent to combine resources. It is not public knowledge that the infrastructure for a single political, economic, and military government, comprising the G7 countries, is already well underway to being established.
What? The public would never buy that bullshit.
Very perceptive, Agent Monroe, but they will. A new world power will result, ensuring the continuation of 4 essential values the participating nations enjoy: freedom, democracy, health, and wealth. Unknown to most, the merging of the various individual G7 military operations is already well underway, and the resultant army will police and protect its population.
Why?
You are not permitted to interrupt a briefing, Monroe. I've had enough of your mouth for one day, so shut up and listen.
General, just where is this super nation headed? What's the point?
Miss Monroe, you have security clearance for the information in this briefing only. As your superior suggests, we will continue without further interruption. Certain long-term strategic objectives are planned by the New World Power. Far-reaching plans that will take 100 years to come to fruition, but which will benefit future generations.
And what about the Third World? Where do they fit in?
Monroe, I've warned you. If you don't stop this, I'm going to personally kick you out.
I'd like to see you try, Torag.
So would I. As part of the longer-term plans, certain technologies will need to be developed. Indeed, many are already underway.
So, let me get this straight. The taxpayer is stumping up the cash for something they don't even know is happening. I expect you guys to be sleazy like that with highways and stuff, but this is immoral.
If we'd wanted your thoughts on politics, Monroe, we would have hired you to a senior post. As it is, you're being told this for operational purposes only. Now, can we continue?
Let me guess. There's a fly in the ointment and you want us to squash the bug, right?
A fly, indeed, Monroe. In the form of the terrorists that struck London this morning. They are highly trained killers, and they execute with precision. We don't know who they are, but they've been highly selective in their targets. They seem to be hitting all of the key areas of technology needed by the New World Power. Conventional military are too slow to respond, too organized, too big to effectively neutralize the threat.
If they're terrorists, they sure dress funny. So the game's up, right, General?
On the contrary, Monroe. At worst, this is nothing more than coincidence. No. These guerrillas just happen to be lucky with a few of their chosen targets. But Mortal Coil will stop them so the plans can continue without further disruption.
Thank you, General. So, you understand the significance of why we must succeed in this pivotal role. Monroe, be ready for immediate scramble.
Correct. An important installation near the equator needs some routine support from this agency. And we need a team out there at the first opportunity.
Routine? Since when has Mortal Coil's work been routine?
Possibly some guerrilla action, like we had in the city. You know, routine.
Okay, if those were guerrillas out there today, then how come they haven't made any demands? Those weren't guerrillas out there. Read my report.
Okay, Monroe. Get your number 2 and get out there. You'll be briefed in the air. Meeting closed.
No, hey, wait a minute. Just what is this installation? If it's so routine, why not send in the Marines? I'm not walking into this blind.
You'll get an intelligence briefing.
What clearance does this mission have?
That's classified.
The clearance, peckerhead.
Look, I can't see the relevance.
Screw you. My life makes it extremely relevant. Now the clearance? The clearance?
Meeting closed.
Red, it's red, isn't it? You baskets have already sent a team in and they've been wiped out, right?
Look, I'm only doing my job, and frankly, Monroe, You're expendable.
Oh!